Well, we've made it to August here at FLX Music 247, and we're happy and excited to let you know that the music scene continues to grow and expand and provide opportunities for you to have fun with your family out around the Finger Lakes. Hey, who is this podcast for? Well, this podcast is about between 20 and 30 minutes, and it's for visitors to the area who want to find out what's going on August 4th through August 10th in 2022. It's also for local residents that want a quick view of the happenings in the area. There's so many great bands, and they're playing all over the place. You can find where they're playing on FLXmusic247.com. What that is, it's an online searchable calendar for all the live music in the Finger Lakes. No cities, no Rochester, no Syracuse. Just stays in the general area so you can find stuff to see right where you're staying. It's also color-coded for your convenience. So if you're staying, let's say, in Watkins Glen area, just look for the green squares. If you're staying up in Geneva, look for dark blue. The color code's on the page. Just check it out. Doesn't take long. The calendar does take about a minute to load, so wait for it. There's right now over 750 events on the calendar for the upcoming days and weeks in the Finger Lakes. It's a hot, hot place. And I had a great weekend this weekend. I made my own FLX Music 247 tour and was able to stop in and see 4 bands at 4 different venues within 5 or 6 hours. It was really a great thing. A note though, if you are traveling and the music is the reason that you're going someplace and you really want to see that band, take a minute, give a phone call, make sure they're still scheduled and playing. Things are still going up and down with a few cancellations due to you know what. So here we go. It's Who. This is Who, my mascot. We're out in the Finger Lakes. Let's talk about some music this coming week. So the hot spots this week, there's a few festivals that are going on that are showcasing some of the area's agricultural offerings in addition to the live music favorite bands. We have the Sauerkraut Festival in Phelps coming up, and Nate Michaels is going to kick that off on Thursday, August 4th. Lone Gonzo is going to be playing at the local Palette on Friday. Acoustic Brew is going to be playing Friday night at the festival grounds. On Saturday morning at the local Palette, you can see Corey Comer play some solo music and enjoy your breakfast and lunch there at the local Palette. And the Sky Coasters Party Band will be playing on the festival grounds Saturday night, followed by fireworks. Should be a great time. Tom Chamberlain will be there Sunday morning to get you started. Well, over at Hosmer Winery, they're having a big festival weekend for their anniversary party. I think it's 37 years there. Congratulations to them. They're having, in addition to their blow and smoke barbecue truck, which would probably be great, the band will be better. It's the Tribal Revival Band playing from 1 to 5. They're roots and soul rock and roll kind of band. It should be a great time. They're also, the band's going to come back on Sunday morning for mimosas to finish out the weekend, so it should be a good time at Hosmer if you have a chance to stop in there. That's on the west side of Cayuga Lake. Nice place, nice people. Right downtown Geneva, big festival this weekend. The Fox Run Winery used to run a garlic festival at their grounds, and it got too big. So we're going to have a big blast in Geneva right at the Lakefront Park. If you check out the music events, I've noted the Welcome Center is the home base, but the festival will be on the grounds. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bands playing over the weekend starting on Friday. And I'd like to welcome Steve Grills to town. He's a blues artist. Our local favorite, Zydecorp, is playing some Zydeco music. I can't remember. They're all on the calendar. You'll have to look it up. And some other interesting and great local artists. All of those events are on the calendar, FLXmusic247.com. The calendar is in time order when it unfolds on the date. My friend Aaron in the Backwater Blues Project is going to be down at Hopshire Farm Brewery. Now that's for me, since I live up at the top of the lakes, it's a little bit of a drive, but for those people that live down in the Ithaca area, Hopshire Farm Brewery is located to the east in the Dryden area. Check them out. Great band. You'll love it. And the Keg Barrel is a very nice spot. They have over 20 different beverages on tap there and food offering, and they've just added a whole series of Saturday live bands, so I'll be talking about them a lot since I helped book them, and I've booked a lot of my favorite bands there. So Irv Lyons Jr. and The Light will be playing on Saturday from 6 to 9. They're a Latin-influenced rock and blues band. They have a male and female vocal singer, and Aaron Wagner down there is putting together a great music program, so say hi to Aaron and his partner Jim when you get down there. Enjoy what they have to offer. So those are the hot spots. Let's hear about some hot shots this week. These are bands that you know I think that you would enjoy listening to. They are either innovative or got some great following. So here we go. 2 times you can see the Fall Creek Brass Band. I'm a brass player, so I love brass bands. And this is a 9-piece horn band with just horns and percussion, no guitars. They're going to be playing on the Ithaca Commons Thursday night, the 4th of August. And you can catch them again early at the Garlic Fest in Geneva on Saturday at 11 a.m. So that should be a really great time. I hope you'll get out to hear them. Brass music is inspiring. They'll be playing some New Orleans classics as well as some rearrangements of favorite pop songs and some funk. So you'll love that. We also have the Roots and Boots Festival at Lincoln Hill Farms. There's 4 country artists going to be performing on Saturday, the 6th, from 3 p.m. to 11. We've got some seasoned people, you know, the people with seasoned salt on them that have been performing for 30-plus years. And then we have the fresh artists, some up-and-coming country artists like our local favorite Claudia Hauser will be there, Radney Foster, Mike Younger, and T. Graham Brown. Should be a great event. That's a ticketed event. You can find tickets on FLX Music 247.com, or you can head on over to the Lincoln Hill Farm website to find a link for some tickets. Well, down at Hazlitt 1852, they're always a place that has live music, usually about 4 times a week. This Friday, you'll hear a band that I think you'd like to hear. That's a Stereopticon, and they are a 4-man funk band, a jam band, so there's lots of improv. So they have, in a jam band setting, they set out some parameters, and then they let the music flow. So you'll enjoy them. They've got some interesting sounds. I heard them play. They've got a pretty tight percussion section and some interesting and varied solo sections to keep the music danceable and interesting. Let's say it that way. Well, on the calendar, it says F.A.R. Trio is playing down at the Vineyard View on Seneca Lake on Friday, 8/5. You'll want to call and confirm that. I just saw the F.A.R. Trio this past weekend, and there are 3 young men from out of this area. They've been playing the whole Northeast and really, really perfecting their skills. They're an interesting combination. We'll talk about them a little bit more. They're going to be my featured band. But if you get a chance to see them, I would recommend the F.A.R. Trio. And then a local artist that plays in many different groups. He's a bass player. You know, bass players don't get that much press. So I'd like to give a shout out to Anson Stiles, who is from Newark area. He plays with his dad in the band The Movers. He also has his own band, the Mustard Tigers, which is a kind of a takeoff of kind of country/rock music. And he also participates in a groovin' funk, soul, jazz influenced band called Star Groove with Gonzo. But you can see Anson. I'm not sure what configuration he'll be with down at Wolfie's. I'm thinking he might be with the Movers. I'm not sure. But on Saturday, the 6th from 6 to 9, Wolfie's also has music throughout the weekend, so check them out. They're in Seneca Falls, one of the only restaurants right on the lake, and they have the pontoon stage, so it makes it a lot of fun to hang out down there. So check it out. Okay, next up, Tried and True. This segment highlights some of those places that we know have music every week, or musicians that we know are going to be great. So here are some of my picks for this week. In Geneva, again, live from Linden. Saturday night, when you're done at the Garlic Festival, head downtown. There's lots of stuff going on, and you can hear FABI World music, and that's world beats with some rootsy grooves. FABI can also be found down at the Damiani Winery down on Seneca Lake for their new Sunday series, and they have a food truck down there too. So check him out. It should be interesting. A little different flavor of music, something to mix it up. At the Seneca Lake Brewery and Bureaucracy, you'll hear the John Bolger Band. Well, John Bolger is a tried and true artist in the area, and he configures in solo, duo, and with a band. He'll be getting together with his band down there. But the Bureaucracy is a Tudor-style English pub, and what is kind of cool about that is if you're inside, now they have outside seating, really great lawn, they have a deck outside and everything, but when you're in the pub, it's a cell phone free environment. And so if you whip out your cell phone, there's a big sign, you can be fined $10 and they send the money to a local charity. But they're just trying to create an environment where if you're in the bar that you're interacting with the people in the bar in a pub style environment. It's kind of a cool idea. Head on down there. That's on the west side of Seneca Lake, almost down to Watkins Glen. And if you're in the area, stop by the Toast Winery right across the street. Well, Trey Levin is a winery that has had a long-standing music program, and they offer a variety of events, some of them with a small ticket price. And this weekend, they're going to be offering two country bands. Friday night, Thompson Square, which is a husband and wife duo. They're going to be playing from 6 to 9, and I believe that is a ticketed event. And then on Sunday, Roadhouse Prophets will be playing. They're an acoustic country duo, too. They look like pretty cool guys, and they're going to be playing from 2 to 5 over there. They have a great kitchen, all inclusive. It's a beautiful environment. There's games, take the family, very family friendly place. Down Seneca Lake Way again on the east side is Bagley's Poplar Ridge. This is a winery that's been in business for a long time. It's one of the first, I believe. You can always fact check me if you want to. But my mom used to buy wine from them back in the early 80s, so they're a second or third generation winery. And they have a Friday night music program each week, and this week they're going to offer Jimmy Jam Band, so that should be fun. They've got a beautiful deck overlooking the lake and some pretty nice wines to offer. And tried and true, right here in Seneca Falls, we have Woody's with Friday night music. This week, Meyer McGuire with Perry Cleveland, our local, it's a great, Woody's is a great place to go. You get an intimate setting, the food is fantastic. Meyer McGuire, our seasoned performers, Perry Cleveland, top notch, playing the mandolin. They just get a nice, casual, comfortable style. And you can enjoy your dinner while you listen to them play. And then on Saturday at the Gould, they always have music on Saturdays, the Endy Brothers, again, a local duo, acoustic duo, playing some originals and favorites. They play on Saturday night from 6 to 9. And the food down there is pretty great too, and the environment is wonderful. I happened to walk by this past week, and there were lots of people sitting on the open air patio, and it just looks like a nice place to hang out. So I encourage you to go there if you're new in town or if you've been here a long time. Go see what's going on. Get something to eat. Hear some music. All right, and now there's something new. I'm always on the lookout for things that are a little bit off the beaten path, things that I always, when I put stuff on the calendar, I'm like, wow, I'd like to go to that. Oh, you can't. So it's kind of it's one of those FOMO things. So I'd like you to hear about them so you can find them. At Keuka College this coming week on Saturday and Sunday, there's the Keuka Lake Music Festival, and that's some classical music. They're going to play some Prokofiev and Brahms sonatas on Saturday, and that's at the Norton Chapel right on the Keuka College campus. There's another event on Sunday. And then I just kind of found this event at Boundary Breaks Winery in the southern part of Seneca County. They have the Seneca Summer Music Festival Orchestra, and a few of my friends play in that, but they're offering a program of music from the movies at Boundary Breaks on Saturday from 7 to 9, and there's details on their site. You can click on my site to get to their site and see what the actual details are. I think there's, you can bring your own food, beverages for sale. Maybe a small ticket price to offset the cost of the band or as a donation, I can't remember. But you'll find it on the calendar. You know what it is now, right? FLXmusic247.com. Well, in Waterloo, there's a local bar. It's a nice space. If you drive by it, you'll see the giant pizzas on the side of the wall. Very cool art, but they're offering a metal meltdown. And, I put it on here because it's not something that most people would probably discover unless you're looking for it, but if you're a metal lover, you'll want to check them out. They're going to start at 3 o'clock. They have bands from 3 to 11, a huge lineup. I'm not familiar with the bands, but if you like that kind of stuff, I encourage you to do that. And if you miss it this time, they're going to have another one on August 20th, and I'll put that on the calendar as well. I had a lovely brunch this past weekend at the Stone Cat Cafe down in Hector. The Stone Cat's been around for quite some time too, and it's been refreshed a little bit due to some circumstances that we don't need to talk about. But they have a brunch on Sundays from 11 to 3, and I had some great food. And this week, Jesse Collins is going to be playing some jazz down there. Jesse Collins is a local jazz saxophone player, and I'd like to let you know that he this summer just played down at Smalls in New York City. So he plays some original jazz music. He calls it modern, and he also does some originals and covers of jazz and some pop songs too. But that's just a very intimate environment. They have a very beautiful gazebo outside covered with foliage, and they offer inside seating as well. Just a beautiful place to start your day. And from there, you have access to probably at least 10 different musical events following brunch, so it's a good place to start your day. And I'm also a big Zydeco fan, so I'd like to let you know about the Trail Riders. Zydeco Trail Rider is going to be at Seneca Falls State Park. That's going to be a great time. If it were me, I'd get down there early. I'd bring my Frisbee. There's so much space down there. You can really have fun with some lawn games with your family. There's plenty of room to walk or ride your bike. There's the swimming area. You can make a day of it. The concert starts at 7 o'clock on Saturday. I think I'm pretty sure it's a $5 fee for a whole carload of people. So get some people, head on down there. I think you can take your cooler. And then up on Sodus Bay on the east side in Wolcott is a place called Pier 53, and they're an open-air bar with a brick oven, and it looks like they have a view to die for up there. A party band, Swagger, is going to be playing Saturday from 7 to 10. They have tons of pop, rock, and some modern country tunes. That should be a big party. Again, lots of space to spread out, get your own air, enjoy the scenery and the summer in the Finger Lakes. Yeah. Whew, wow. So that's just a flavor. I mean, I have this whole list. I'm going to talk a little bit about a few of these things, but they'll be coming up, so I'll talk more about them as they hit. But the thing to remember is that each weekend, there's about 150 listings on the calendar for you to find. And then throughout the week, each weekday, it has a nice handful of selections. So get on there and see what you want to do. Don't let the summer slip by. It's getting there. And there's so much great stuff. You need to make memories with your family. Take those kids out, even those grumpy middle schoolers. Get them outside and get them playing some cornhole or whatever and rolling their eyes at you until they have fun. So coming up is in Skaneateles now through August 20th. There's a wealth of offerings this weekend. There's the Brass Project with David Higgs. There's music on Friday and Saturday in Skaneateles. You can check my calendar or get right to the did I say that right? Skaneateles Music Festival website, scanfest.org. I checked for tickets to make sure they were still available, and it showed they were, so I think you can still get in. I think you should try. Also, not on the calendar, but I'd like to make you aware of it this weekend is Rochester's Pan-African Festival. Again, something different, learn something, try something new. I found that Ithaca is having their punk rock reunion at Hopshire this coming weekend from 12 to 6, and that's a fundraiser in memory of a friend. They have over 7 punk-type bands, and they have lots of food offerings, including some vegan offerings, so that should be great for a good cause. Coming up on the 13th, Brew Fest at Lincoln Hill Farm with over 60 breweries and live music all day. Watkins Glen Italian-American Festival coming up. Also, a new listing on the calendar is the Chamber Music Festival at New Park, and that's down in Trumansburg. It's a kind of a event center, and they're offering some chamber music 2 times coming up a little bit later in the month. I'll talk about those when I get there. And I found that there's going to be a giant barbecue in Trumansburg coming up. Did I put the date? August 26th and 27th. And that should be fun. I'll give more details later. And as always, some of the hottest I don't know, they're not just local bands, and they're not like headliners that you might see at CMEX, so they're sitting in the pocket where these are artists that want to offer concerts in an intimate setting with not a giant crowd. So check out the websites of both Point of the Bluff, Vineyard, and Lincoln Hill Farms. There's lots of great events. They're ticketed, and they just provide you that little bit extra special event for every day or any day. So I encourage you to check them out. Whew. Wow, I can talk a lot. Anyway, if you want to talk some more, we can do that too. So check me out on Facebook. Let's connect. You can send me an email, flxmusic247@gmail.com. Love to hear some feedback or to hear about some new events coming up. And, where are we going this week, who? Well, we won't tell you this. We're not going to tell you. If you see me out, say hi. That's all I can say. And last but not least, I'd like to highlight an artist group that I saw this past weekend, the F.A.R Trio. There's 3 of them, and their initials make up their name. Isn't that cute? So it's Ethan Fox is the F, Drew as an R-O is the A, and Eamon Ron is the R, F.A.R Trio. Get it? Yeah. A great group of young people. I love meeting young musicians that are making it big time because they're just excited about life and they're excited about what they're doing. These guys played a very tasteful set. They have both originals and some covers, and so it's just nice when you're listening to music when your head snaps up like, wow, what is that? And then you start listening, and they carefully place the covers so that it's a few songs you might not know but are interesting, and then a cover comes where it draws you in, and then they just keep it going. Ethan's a fantastic drummer. The 2 vocalists, they're remarkably different. Eamon has kind of like a higher, Ian has a higher sounding kind of pop voice, and then Drew has this kind of raspy, almost country style. So it's really cool. I found myself watching them saying, I wonder what they're going to do next after each song. So that's a great way to enjoy the afternoon. I saw them at the Scale House. Don't forget, Scale House has incredible pizza if you ever go there. But they're coming up Friday at the Vineyard View. That's a hard one to say. Vineyard View. And then again, later in the month, they'll be down at Two Goats on Sunday the 28th. If you get a chance to hear them, I would recommend it. There's some contact information for them. And wow, I think that's it for me for right now. You got to get out, go hear some music, take your blanket, take your chair, take a cooler, enjoy the Finger Lakes. It's a great place to be. Welcome if you're new, and if you're just hanging around, did you find that one place you hadn't been before? If not, you still got time. See you next week. Thanks a lot.